What is up, guys, and welcome back. Right, in this video I'm going to be tackling the Master Hunter Challenge 6, which is to kill 5 cougars with your bow and then skin them. So I'm going to show you a couple of areas where you kind of set a marker and run towards your marker across the map, hoping for some cougar encounters. Now some of them are going to be slightly random, well completely random, and I'll explain more of that at the end. So the first one we're going to go to is in West Elizabeth, I think it is. And this is one of my favorite areas, along with the tall trees area, which I'm going to do a guide on the cougars and bears perfect pelts in that area very soon. So as you can see, I'm starting off over there, and then the marker is just in the middle over there, and that's all you have to do really, is just find a spot where they spawn and just keep returning to the same place until they spawn. And this particular one, I died, well, a couple of times, and I went back to the same area just like it is here, and the cougar was in exactly the same spot after I died. So if you do die, head back to the spot where you got killed. No guarantee, because the game is random like that. So what I like to do, get your cover scent ready and make sure you've got your bow with the poison arrows, because all you have to do is shoot them once. And if you haven't studied the fella yet, then you can shoot him, and unfortunately while he's dying you can study him right then. So gonna skip ahead here, just on the other side of these trees, and right here by this big rock is where he kept on spawning for me. Again, it could just be spawning for me here. It does not mean that it's going to be in the same place for you. So I was too close, as you might guess in this one. So even if I do study him and die, he's still going to rip my neck out through my throat. That's got to hurt. So because you died, well, because I died, then you have to track him again. So the best idea is to try and get a vantage point. As you can see, I'm just by the tree over there. And then study and track, and then kill and skin, and that will be the compendium completed. It's kind of what you want to do with every animal you meet, but not always able to do it. Okay, so without setting up a camp, I've done that so many times, you try and switch to your bow and you set up a camp and everything's just fucked, so you have to be wary about the weapon wheel. So as he comes straight towards me, it is fairly easy with the Deadeye to get him in his face, as much as I hate doing it. That was close, actually. So there you go, that's the start, Master Hunter 6. And that is just one of the areas I like to do the run. Now I'm going to show you another area, and it's pretty much these two areas I went back and forth from, and eventually got this. Now it does say that you have to lure it with bait in the description, but I only did that once or twice, and it still seemed to work if I just killed a cougar with the bow. Okay, now we're in New Austin, in Colorado Springs, and this is going to be right there where I showed you on the map, and we're going to be heading to the west. Now at this time I didn't realize there was 2 cougar spawn points here. So the first one, I'm just going to go across from this point to my marker and just go along the top of the hills, staying at the base of the mountain pretty much, because this gives you a much better view of your surroundings, or down the mountain that is. And if you're ever trying to hunt these things going up a hill, then you know they're going to get you, because one shrub in the way and you're dead. So I like to get to this point. Again, this is just along the base of that mountain, all the way along the north edge of New Austin, and this gives a very good vantage point to look down. And what I wanted to do, this is old footage, still had the bear hat on, and obviously the clothes I'm wearing are too warm as well, but I like to put the predator bait, the potent predator bait, right over here somewhere where there's no bushes or anything hiding the view. And at this point you got to be very vigilant, and you got to turn your volume up and listen, because that is going to be your first indication that there is a cougar, is the very distinctive growl that it makes, and you'll hear that way before you see it. Although in this case the idea is to see it before you get the sound, because if you hear that sound, the next sound you hear, again, throat through your neck type of thing. So looking down here you can see a large area, and I chose this shrubbery right here, and then I'm going to skip forward ahead of maybe 40 seconds, and I thought I saw one in that direction, and then I whipped out the binocs, and then I couldn't see it, but it said on the bottom right, as you can see, there is a cougar there. So I definitely should have tracked him, but this has all been done before. So he's probably behind those bushes. So we're going to head slowly down the hill, making sure we have our poison arrows at the ready. Poison arrows at the ready. What are you doing? Okay, I think I'm still searching, and now I'm walking in circles. Maybe I'm drunk. I don't know, drunk real life or game life, who knows. But this seems like a early morning recording. Okay, I think I'm just being very cautious because I got killed a couple of times. This is slightly further down the hill. Again, very slow. You're too fast, then you're going to die too fast. So I think he's going to be right in this little valley here. And again, listening out, especially if you've got headphones on with proper stereo or 5.1 or 7.1, you can hear exactly what direction he's coming from. So I'm sitting in the center of my room with the speakers all around me, very close, and you can hear exactly what direction they're coming from. So there he is right there. Potted. You don't have to worry about the quality of pelts, but it has to be used. You have to use an arrow, obviously. That's part of the whole challenge. And there was a quick skin because of the angle of the slope. Okay, so now what we do, we head back after a couple of days to the same spot where I started on the previous run, which is going to be right there. And this time you can see there is a cougar there, and then there's another one further down to the left, right over there. So now I just do a run from all the way on the right, all the way to the left. Again, slowly, studying birds, doing other things all the time, because your compendium, 100% completion, well, not actually that, the study animals and skin animals is going to be a grind at the end. So you want to try and get as many things done as you go along. So from here again, just doing the scent and all the stuff I did before. Probably shouldn't have shown this again, but I like to show the double run, the double cougar run over here. So again, heading in a bit further onto the same mountain top as before, and you kind of gravitate towards the last location where you got a cougar kill. But I think we all know it doesn't really work like that. Okay, so I think I do the predator bait again. And then wait. And again, at this point, you want to listen. Turn your volume up. Make sure you can hear this kitty growl. Whip out the binocs, if you haven't already. And head up top and wait for your poison arrow and your bow. And use them. I think I'm wearing a different hat now, so this must have been fairly long afterwards, and I think I saw one right over there. Yeah, I can see him. There he is. I'm not sure what number this is, but I don't think it matters. You kind of will get these guys to spawn all the time, and he's onto me straight away. Whip out that poison arrow. Look at that landscape. Fallout 6, suck my dick. I wish I could get every cent back for that game. What a fucking cheat. Anyway, this game is our savior. So there we go, another cougar in the bag. Now you have to skin him, obviously, to get your challenge notification. I didn't get a notification on each time I killed these things, because if you come here and do the same thing, then you will get notifications. At this time, I was just doing runs of getting the cougars in those runs. Okay. So at this point, I was riding back from my double cougar run, and then again, listen out very carefully, and I heard a cougar growl, and quite a boss shot as well, actually. Waited until after the shrubbery, and got him nicely right there. And there it is, Master Hunter 6, done. As you can see, I saw my ass just then, but there he is. I want to show you, sometimes you get the random spawns. Now you could just be riding down any path, and then again you'll hear that distinctive cougar growl. Just immediately stop, turn around, whip out your arrows, poison arrows, and locate him, because they will bolt most of the time, especially these other people here, like this cart, this carriage. So head back, there he is, just saw him running into the bushes. And no real need to show the map on this, but I think I do. But this kind of thing will happen often. It's happened to me multiple times. Most of the time you carry on riding, but it's a good idea to actually get the pelts and to study them. So when you actually have this challenge, then it's easier done. So this one's sitting right there. I'm surprised he didn't chase me because I'm very close. And then I think I get a nice face shot as well. Here he is. Sorry, big fella. There he is. He's down. Off we go. Skin him again. And like I said, this is just random, you know. This stuff will happen all the time. And you might not even be on the challenge 6. But it's good practice anyway. Okay, so from there, I just showed you the small bit of the map. It's Annesburg. And if you're in this part of the game, you probably know where that is. But there is, as you can see, there's no marker, so it's completely random. I think that's why I showed the map, actually, is that there is no marker. Alright guys, that's going to bring us to the end of this challenge. There are plenty more guides on the way now that the busy season is over. So if you have any questions about anything, any guides that you feel that you would like to see, hit me up and I'm always going to reply. So I want to say thanks for watching guys, and I'm going to catch you on the next one.